Do you want to make your web application alive with dynamic data? In this video, I'm going to teach you the powerful Django template. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. Well, hi, I'm Shubham and subscribe to become a better software developer. What is Django template? Django template are text file, mostly HTML file that uses DTL, Django Templating Language, to load the structure and dynamic contents on the web page. Why use Django template? Django template is provided out of the box in Django and it has powerful features such as loading of dynamic data, filters, custom templates and custom tags, and also template inheritance, which makes it very powerful for us to use Django template. So now let's jump into the code. What we'll do is we'll go to index.html and I'll show you how to make comments. Although I think I have already used it, but still I'll show you how to make comments in Django. In Django templates, there are mainly two syntaxes. One is this syntax where two curly braces are there, and another one is curly brace with ampersand. These are the mainly two syntax that we use. And when we comment, we use this syntax. So let's say that you wanted to comment this, right? I'll press Ctrl / it turns to comment because I'm using Django template over here, so that's why. And the syntax is curly braces percentage and then comment curly braces percentage, and whatever comment you want to put should be inside this, and then at the end we should again do curly braces percentage and say end comment and curly braces percentage. Let's say that if we wanted to comment this h1 line along with this, then again we would have done is curly brace percentage comment curly brace percentage, and wherever we want to end, let's say over here, curly brace percentage and comment curly brace percentage. So this is how we can comment in Django template. Now let's move to for loops in Django template. Okay, I'll comment these out because these are not required. We'll go to views, we'll create a new view. I'll call it as def template index, and in this one I'm going to load request. Along with this we are going to pass in query set. Okay, query set is equal to post dot objects dot all. Let's import this post, so it should come from dot models import post, and then over here we are going to create our context dictionary. In this one we are going to say data itself and we'll pass query set. Finally we'll do return, it is render. So render, we will have to pass request first and then mention the template name. For now we are going to use index.html and pass in data. Let's go to our index.html and first we'll try to print all the data. Okay, so we have passed it as data. Let me change this. Okay, instead of this we'll call it as query set so that you all can better understand it. Query set, save, and we'll run. Before running we need to create URL. So let's go over here, create a new path. Path will be, let's say we'll go to this one blank path and we'll change instead of index to template index. Okay, so on blank path we are going to load this template and activate your environment, and then we'll say python manage.py. Actually we need to navigate inside src, python manage.py run server. We see it says query set this. Now we want to print individual data, right? So we'll go to index and we are going to iterate over this and print individual data. One of the downside when we switch this to Django template is that we can't use emit. So I'll do is I'll switch to HTML5 and we'll use div over here. Inside this we are going to do for loop. The syntax is curly braces and percentage, and also percentage over here. We have to say for whatever over here. So object in query set, it is same as Python's for loop, just that we use extra is this syntax. Okay, and finally we need to end this for loop also. Whatever starts in template should end, so end for. Over here we can do one more thing, use this same syntax and say empty. That means whenever there is no object, this will be printed. Okay, so let's put it in p tag saying no records found. And in for loop let's print it out. So let's say we want to print title, right? So title will be equal to object.title. This is because title is one of the fields inside post model. Okay, so that's why you can print it over here directly. Now let's say that was published at object.created at, and let's say that we also wanted to perform some action based on whether it is in draft mode or not. So we'll do that. we'll check. That means we'll use if condition over here, and the syntax for if condition is again curly braces and percentage if object dot status is equal to draft, and over here we'll say end if. Again, whatever starts in Django template should end, so that's why we have end if over here. And inside this we can perform any action, right? So let's say show the publish button here. Okay, you can definitely go ahead and create the publish button, but for demonstration purpose I'm not going to do that. And we can say else do something here based on whatever your requirement is, correct? Let's save this, go back to browser, refresh. Okay, so one thing that I have missed over here is in draft, right? We need to put the quote over here because I missed to put it. Let's save this, go back and refresh this. You will get it like this. Well, it does not really look good, right? It says April this in this particular format. Title is also like over here test, means like it is not capitalized. So what we can do is we can use filters over here, or tags, filters, whatever you like to call it. And for that we have to put a pipe operator over here, that is or over here, and then Django provides us with some built-in filters. Okay, so I'm going to use one of them, that is title. And for created at, let's use some date filter. Okay, so we can specify date is to whatever syntax that you want. Okay, so let's say I push it to this new line, and the syntax I want is, don't put any space, D, D, M and Y. Let's save this, go back, refresh, and as you can see this has changed. Title is changed, test, everything is changed just by using this filter. That means we have to put a pipe operator and then pass whatever the filter name is. You can definitely create your own filters as well. This will help you a lot. But for now we are using Django's inbuilt filters. Now you know what? Let me integrate Bootstrap, okay? So I can show you what next we are going to do. So let's integrate it. I'm going to go to Bootstrap 5.3 and then copy these links, and also copy this JS link. I'm going to put it over here. Save this. Let's go back to our browser, refresh this, and yes, it has changed because the font is changed. And before that, let's remove this query set because it is not required. Let me undo that, save, and if we refresh, it is gone. You know what? Now let's add navbar to this. I'll show you why I'm doing this, but right now just follow along. Let me find the navbar here. Navbar. Let's copy this one. Okay, I will remove this, paste it, go back to browser, refresh, and as you can see we have a navbar. And also let me just format this little bit. So we'll go inside this. I'll add some classes and it is formatted. Now let's say that you create one more page, and on that page you don't really want to repeat all these things, right? So for that we can use Django's inheritance into template, whereby we create separate modules of each HTML code and then use it. So inside templates itself, I'll create one file called as base.html and one more file called as navbar.html. In navbar, we are going to move the navbar code, just the navbar code, okay? And we'll save. Let me format this. Navbar code is moved. Now in base.html, right, we'll copy this entire code, we'll paste it. We'll remove all these. We'll keep just division. We'll remove this also. And we'll try to bring this navbar code over here. And it can be done by putting curly braces and percentage, and we say include. Here we go, include. Oh, okay. Let me remove the extra syntax, and inside this we put is file name. So navbar.html. If it was inside a folder, then you could have specified whatever the folder name is and then put it like that. But right now it is not inside any folder, it is directly inside templates, so that's why we can specify navbar over here. And over here we want dynamic content, right? So every page will create a separate page and then use it. So for that we are going to say over here percentage curly braces and percentage, you're going to say block content or whatever name you want to give over here, you can use it. And then finally you can do is end block, because whatever starts should end in Django template. So end block is specified. Now let's create one more template where we are going to load the dynamic content, and that will be index-new.html. Inside this we have to do two things. One is curly braces and percentage, and we say extends, and in this one we mention the file which we want to extend from. So we want to extend from base.html because that is where all our main code is present, or all our skeleton is present. So base.html. If it was inside any folder, then you can have specified that folder, same as what I have told you for Navbar. And finally we do is percentage, we say block content and end it over here, and block percentage. Save. This should be exactly same as whatever you have specified over here. If not, then this will not work. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll go to index and we'll copy paste this code because I'm a bit lazy to type it again. Copy this, paste it. Let me maybe add some formatting and save it. Now our new index is ready. We'll go to views, we'll update to index-new.html, save, go back to browser, refresh, and as you can see there has been no change. We'll do one more change over here. Let's say posts. Okay, we'll put it in h2 tag saying post. We'll close the h2 tag, save, go back to browser and refresh. As you can see, it is working. So what we have done is we have tried to do inheritance into template by making use of include and extend. So first of all, we have created a base.html where we have specified all our skeleton code like HTML, and then we have included our navbar.html, which consists of navbar code, only navbar code, nothing else. And when we go back to base.html, over here we have specified block content and end block, and in index-new.html we have specified extends base.html because this is the parent that I want over here. And in the block content we have specified whatever content we want, and it will be rendered on the HTML file, as you can see over here. So this is how we are able to use Django template to create dynamic web page and also modularize it. So that's it for this video guys. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.